$40 silver. Well, it ain't that much on spot, but I bought me some $40 silver right here. I'm gonna build that wall. And I've been looking at this. You see it, 12 ounces for $4.80. So that worked out to $40. And y'all probably, I'm gonna put the title $40 silver. People probably gonna think it's clickbait, but really, we gonna talk about $40 silver. I got a little bit of $40 silver. In fact, let me see, you get this here. Them little chunky ounces I showed the other day, them are $40, and these here are $40. And feller asked me about this here. He said he wouldn't, he kind of knew, and he's afraid to pay $40 an ounce for silver, much over spot. And honestly, that's a smart feller. I ain't saying, I think, I don't know, sometime you like to do something just kind of having fun, and maybe you spend a little money to have a little fun. But honestly, I got a lot more $20-something silver. Of course, this is here $30 silver. I got more $20 and $30 silver than I do $40 silver. So if anybody, you know, sometime on YouTube you just want to put out the fun stuff, and some of the fun stuff, a little more premium stuff, but I got more of the kind of boring stuff, or, you know, just normal stuff. Some of it, I mean, honestly, even if it's pretty reasonable, it can be fun. So that's what I need to learn, is how to have fun without spending money. But sometimes you spend a little money because you want something a little different. But we gonna get back to this $40 silver and why I bought this in here. Few of y'all know, got a little mustard seed. We gonna have a little mustard plant here pretty soon. And I don't know, probably more of an excuse than a reason. But I liked Legos when I was a kid. Well, who we fooling? I still like Legos. And but now I like silver too. So it ain't Legos, of course, because they'd get sued if they called it Legos. So it's here that Monarch, and I think they called it silver building blocks. You see. So I got this here. My excuse anyhow, it's gonna be the boys. Little mustard is he ain't gonna be born with a silver spoon, but we get him some silver Legos or silver building blocks. And so it worked out to each ounce here to $40. But part of what I was gonna talk about is I've been looking at these here for a while in the coin shop, and I've been passing them up. And they've been $40 for the, I don't know, past couple months. There's $40 when silver's $28, and there's $40 when right now silver's 36, 35, almost 36. And so that's something to be aware on your premium. Seemed like to me anyhow, sometimes that premium, you know, when the spot goes up real quick, that premium, it might kind of shrink down a bit on some of this, what you'd say, higher premium stuff. So I'd already decided to buy it, and I was going to see what he'd sell it for. But we went in there today, and I asked him about it, and still $40. So $40 an ounce. And $4.80 for 12 ounces here. So we bought her, and but got me thinking, you know, sometimes that high premium, it's gonna kind of, what they say, float. You know, when it goes up, it's gonna be kind of stays where it's at, but when it goes down, it might kind of keep it premium a little bit. So I don't know, like I said, that's kind of my thinking on it. But really, I just wanted this here, build me something with silver. You know, silver stackers, well, kind of fun to be a silver builder. So, and I like I said, I want to start my boy off right. Maybe he'll learn about silver and gold. So anyway, that's some $40 silver. But to the feller asking about the premium, I answered in the comments. When I first started, coin dealer I was talking to and bought my first silver and gold off of, I asked him about silver and what he'd buy, and he said, I'd stick to the closest spot as I can. I'd just get me something like these here. Of course, he said, and what I got from him was buffalo rounds. And he said I'd get them buffalo rounds and something like that. That's about as close as you're going to get to spot. And that's what I did in the beginning. I picked up number of tube like that, buffalo rounds. And now he didn't advise it really, because in fact, the premium on that, what we call junk silver or constitutional, and back then the premium's a little bit up. So actually you could get the generic cheaper than is here pre-1964 silver, constitutional silver. But I wanted some of this constitutional silver, so I bought a $50 face or something like that. It's just a little bit of it, and just a little bit to, I don't know, I carried it around. But anyway, my point being is, the feller told me stick with the kind of cheap silver, especially you starting out. And probably it'd be better advice if I'd stick with that. But I think, you know, you start your kind of like your little building here. You got your base layer. You want it wide and pretty strong, you know, and then you start building up on it. Maybe you get a little bit, and you get these little blocks. You don't want to put that little block on the bottom and try to build off of that like that there. You're going to fall apart. So you want to start with a good foundation, and that good foundation, probably your generic and, you know, your bars, something like that, generic bars, or even something like this. I got this in generic bin, even though it's Engelhart, so it wasn't much over spot. All this here less than $40. And only this in here is $40, and this kind of hand poured stuff. But as you see, that kind of the less of my stack. The bigger part of the base is the generic. Something close to spot, close as you can get. And anyway, so that's something for the feller asking, you know, ought you buy the high premium stuff? And he said he just starting out. Feller, I think you're doing pretty good by, you know, doing probably better than I am by sticking with the close to spot. So for any of y'all out there that stick to close to spot, y'all disciplined and you're good. Now, at the same time, I think it's all right to have a little fun too. And if you're enjoying it and that's what you want to do what you want to do. So that's kind of what I did. And I try to stay balanced. I have a little fun, but I also try to buy a little, bring my average down here and there. So try not to get too high premium on everything and just go with stuff like this. But at the same time, sometimes these here bars, yeah, you can stack them up, but I don't know, I wanted something different and something not in the plastic, something I could play with. And I guess you can tell I got it more for me than anybody, and I'm playing with it and I'm having fun. And I think other part, I got it for y'all. Y'all can play with it too. At least y'all can watch me fiddle with the silver here. So I guess sometimes YouTube makes you make bad choices. So be careful about that, because sometimes you get to watching YouTubers and they're making bad choices, so you go following them and you made the bad choice on with them. So for that, do what's best for you. If you're starting out and you price conscious, stick with spot or pretty close. If you find yourself wanting to do a little something else, well, I don't know, if that's what you want to do, figure it probably ain't gonna pay off. So I ain't saying I'm gonna sell these for a profit, but I ain't planning to sell them. So that's something I plan to keep. This here is something I plan to keep. So really, I paid a few extra dollars. You probably get generic right now. Let's say you get you one of these rounds for $2, $1 over spot, $2 over spot. Let's say $1. Would that be spots 35 and change? Call it right at 36. You're gonna pay 37 for it. So I paid $3 per ounce more, and I got 12 ounces. So you can just 3 times 12. That'd be what? 36. So I paid $36 extra for something I wanted, something I can enjoy. Was that a good deal or a bad deal? Well, I don't know. What, at $36, there's a lot of things we'd go spending $36 on that we just blew it. You go out to movies, you probably spent $36. You and the missus, of course, she enjoyed it too, so I don't know, maybe $15 of it your own. Well, no, probably she's gonna spend $25, $30 just one feller. You buy you some popcorn and a drink, I don't know, so, and all you did was enjoy for a couple hours. So you put that in perspective, I guess that wasn't too bad for 36 extra dollars for something I can enjoy for a while. So I don't know, that's my, I guess they got chicken math, they got girl math, or what have you. This here the stacker math. You try to figure out a way to justify what you bought. So what y'all think about it? You buy premium stuff. I hope you probably don't buy too much, but then again, what's too much? And or you just stick with generic, or maybe, I know here's really the good idea, if you can get something like, you know, that you enjoy, whatever it have you, at close to spot. That'd be the best of both, right? And probably I need to work on that, is just being patient and wait until I find something like this here. I want it. If I just patient, I'd probably find it for cheaper. Of course, I did wait for a while, and like I said, spot went up, and then I bought it a little closer to spot than what he is initially selling it. But he's still selling it same price, so did I do any better? I don't know. But I felt better about it. I felt better paying, what you say, $4 over spot, 4.5, versus paying $10 over spot, or $8 over spot. I could have bought it back when it's 32, or back when it's 30, and that'd been $10 over spot. So made me feel better because I got it closer to spot, right? But then again, I still spent the same $40. So that's gonna be my topic about $40 silver. Let's take a look at this here for those who ain't seen the chunky bars, just because I like them. These probably are, even with this here, I like these, but I don't know, these probably a little bit neater. You can build your wall out of these here too. I kind of like these a little bit. I ain't gonna say better, but these are fun because you can't hardly hurt them. In fact, if they get toned up, they just look better and better. And so we stacked them up there too. But the interesting thing on this, actually, on them 3 bars there, I did pay $40 an ounce. This in here I bought, and silver was, I don't know, I bought this a week or so ago. Silver like 33 or 34, and I think I paid 36 an ounce for it. So it's kind of weird how that worked out. But anyway, that's my little rant about $40 silver. And the other thing, what y'all think? Is silver gonna make it up to 40 pretty soon? I don't know. But like I said, I'm already spent $40 on a little bit of my silver. I kind of hope it don't, but then again, I wouldn't mind see it get up to 40, just so it'd been there, and maybe then it'd drop down and get a chance to buy some more. But give people a chance. Maybe they want to sell it at 40, they could sell, but then drop down. If they want to buy it at 30, they could buy. So $40 silver, is it getting there? Well, for me it already did. There it is. Well, that's a little video. Alright then, bye bye.